Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CDW Nitro, episode 16, and this is the episode before 17, which is of course the go-home show to the next CDW pay-per-view, and I am so excited to figure out what the name of that pay-per-view is tonight from our GM, William Regal. But we have more than that tonight. Of course, there is tournament matches, surprises, and our World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk is even live here tonight. Whole lot to unpack. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get into any of the great jam-packed action we have planned here tonight for CDW Nitro episode 16, we have to get into the giant news that I already announced will be announced this week from last week, and that is that the CDW pay-per-view name has been announced as CDW Unforgiven! And of course, the already confirmed matches are the Triple Threat Hardcore title match to determine the first ever CDW Hardcore champion. The participants will be determined within this week and next week. And of course, the Young Bucks defend their titles against whoever wins the number one contender tag team title tournament. But there will be more matches to be announced, as there of course will be this episode and next episode of Nitro before the Unforgiven pay-per-view. So ladies and gentlemen, let's see who can step it up and have a match on the third ever CDW pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the show. And what an announcement by our GM, William Regal, to start us off here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the name of our pay-per-view, the third ever CDW pay-per-view, has been announced as CDW Unforgiven. I can't wait to see what matches make that show, and I can't wait to see that show. But, of course, we have to continue along with the night with our first match of the night. The MFTs, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, who are currently billed tonight to take on the acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. This is, of course, for the number one contendership of the Nitro Tag Team Championships that the Young Bucks currently hold of the Bullet Club. And I can't wait to see this match between these two teams. Whoever wins this will go into the semifinals. No, I'm sorry. We'll move on to the finals. This is a semifinal match. Excuse me. But Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa look ready here tonight. Solo and his MFTs have been on a rampage as of late. And their match 2 weeks ago explains enough as they march to the ring. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa awaiting their opponents, the Acclaimed. Yo, listen. Max Caster on the mic. Yeah, I'm causing all the damage. Anthony Bowens bring the heat. The Acclaimed can't be managed. You said Gorillas of Destiny? Now more like barely a threat. Tama Tonga talking loud, but he ain't backed it up yet. Tonga Loa step in, stiff, moving slow. Only time he gets a pop is when he trips on the rope. Y'all supposed to be killers? Man, I'm laughing instead. Only thing you Gorillas is missing? Your bread. Tama, you a loose cannon? Nah, you just off target. Every promo you cut got the crowd saying stop it. Trying to ride that legacy, Bullet Club on your back, but without the OGs, y'all just lost in the pack. Yo, everybody loves the Acclaim, that's a fact. All these island imposters getting booed out of the back. Scissor me, yeah, we talking the crown. Sending both of these Tongan boys straight out of town. G.O.D? Nah, that don't ring any bells. More like guys overrated. Yeah, I'm giving you L's. Step in the ring with us? That's a career you'll regret. Cause the Acclaim roast hard, and we ain't even done yet. And now, Max Caster has Tonga with a punch, and now gonna run the ropes. The fans on their feet for the Acclaimed here tonight. Is Max now jumping? No, gets caught by Tama. Forcing him up into the massive Samoan drop. And Max Caster is out of it by Tama Tonga. Max Caster now, Canadian Destroyer to Tama Tonga. As Tonga Loa looks on here. Max Caster now, springboard backwards, DDT! Nearly breaks the neck of Tama Tonga into two. What a match this is here tonight. As Max's partner Anthony Bowens looks on, very intrigued and happy with what his partner has been able to pull off here so far tonight. What a match these two teams are putting on here. Anthony Bowens now has Tonga Loa right where he wants him. Wet strength hoisting out backwards into the power slam position, and it connects, transitioning into the cover. And a near fall for the Acclaimed as Tonga Loa kicks out at 2 3/4. I believe Max Caster thought that was it. I believe everyone thought that was it. It's a near fall for Tonga Loa. Anthony Bowens can't believe it. He has to stay focused if he wants a chance to beat the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa of MFT. Tonga Loa now, high-risk situation here on the top. Moonsault slam by Tonga Loa into the cover. No, another near fall. Thought that was it for Bowens. But he stays in the impact here. As Tonga Loa nearly wins it for his team. The ref showing that was a near fall only. Tonga Loa can't believe it. Max Caster looking on. Anthony Bowens on the outside with a massive spear to Tonga Loa. These two massive behemoths are out on the outside of the ring now. The Acclaimed have a chance. Tonga Loa is out of it. Max Caster has to focus though. He's not from behind. Tama Tonga cutthroat. Cutthroat to the cover. That's all she wrote. It only took one cutthroat, and the Gorillas of Destiny are moving on to the finals of the tournament. What a match. The Acclaimed take their first loss in CDW. Tama Tonga with the cutthroat. The MFT is only growing on their rampage. Max Caster still out of it. Anthony Bowens and the ref checking on him as the Gorillas of Destiny celebrate in their massive victory here tonight to kick us off. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because the show is just beginning here tonight. Make sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the recently returned Maverick, Logan Paul. And man, is it great to be back. I would say I love being here, but honestly, they don't pay me enough to be here. But here's the thing. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to, so I'm going to get my words out as quick as I can. But last week, when I was in the gauntlet that I should have won, I took Jon Moxley to the limit. I proved on why I am the biggest superstar, not only in this locker room, not only in this company, but in the world. I am a multi-millionaire, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, one of the biggest influencers in the world, the best dad in the world, the best husband in the world, the greatest wrestler in the world. No one can touch Logan Paul. And here's the thing. I came to CDW not to prove myself, but to show everyone that I am capable of winning anything. And look, like I said before, I don't need anyone else's approval that I can do something that I already not only know I can do, but proved that I can do. Listen, all these jobless bastards in the crowd, all these broke boys, can't even step toe-to-toe with me. They know I'd knock them out. But here's the thing. I'm getting out of here. So you know what? But before I go, with the new pay-per-view in mind, I'm going to try my best to get myself on that card. Drink prime! Well, Logan, thank you for your time, and as always, back to CDW at the announcer's table. And what words from the Maverick Logan Paul backstage, stating that he has a bright future here in CDW, and I find it hard to disagree with that statement. And along with the night, we get ready to welcome the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, to the ring. Chicago, Illinois! What do you want to talk about? Well, I know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about last week. The #1 contender 6-man gauntlet match. Listen, respect to all those guys that put their bodies on the line and their sacrifices, but congrats to Kenny. Here's the thing. I should have been in that match. For the past 2 weeks, sporadically, I've been proving myself, which I have no problem doing. I have no problem going out to the ring and beating anybody that's put in front of me, but I have been waiting for an opportunity at that CDW World Heavyweight Championship. I have not been given one. Ever since the first CDW tournament to crown the first champion that I lost in, I haven't had a second chance. And you know what? I really... How's it going, my friend? Look, Cody, as you know last week, as you were talking about, I made my debut last week here at CDW. And look, a lot of people don't like me right now for what I've done. But as you know, I'm a great friend, and I'm always there for anyone's back that needs me. And that night, Kenny did. But Cody, look, here's the thing. Not only did I come out here to say hi to you and rejoice with you, I haven't seen you in a while, but I have an offer for you, Cody. Join me, the Bucks, and Kenny. I promise. With you on our side, we will be unstoppable, Cody. It'll be like old times. Adam, look. I mean, man, I missed you, buddy, but I'm flattered with the offer, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've changed since the last time you seen me. I'm not some bad boy that runs around screwing everybody else out of their opportunities. I'm the one that has that happen to them now. I'm the one that has to be put through all that pain caused by others. I'm the one that has to sacrifice just to lose opportunities again and again and again. Cody, that's what I'm talking about. If you join us, we don't lose. Look at the Bucks, the first ever CDW Tag Team Champions. Look at Kenny, #1 contender. He's about to beat Punk at Unforgiven. And myself, I've just debuted and I'm already high on the skyrockets. They're already looking at me like a main eventer. I haven't even had to do anything yet. Cody, look. All of us in the Bullet Club miss you, man. We're all your friends. We have nothing against you. We're just trying to welcome you home. We're just trying to tell you we have open arms for you in the BC. And I promise you, if you accept this offer and join us, you won't regret it. You will be on top of the world. Not only in CDW, but of the world. Everyone will remember the true star power of Cody Rhodes. But I'll give you time to think about it. I know, Cody, that if you're still the best friend that I remember having, you're the same person I remember knowing, that you will accept this offer and come back to us. But just think about it. Think about it, my friend. And what words by Hangman Adam Page to his best friend Cody Rhodes. I wonder if Cody will accept that offer from Hangman. As Hangman leaves the ring, but we will see him later tonight. And Cody looks conflicted in the ring. Very interesting. But once again, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break and continue the show for the rest of the night. Kevin Owens now has Rob Van Dam lined up for the clothesline. Clothesline now, RVD turns it around into a DDT. Kick back up to his feet, RVD now. Big kick miss. Kevin Owens now senton drop and lands it on RVD. What a match this has already been. The Crown, who will move on to crown the inaugural hardcore champion at CDW Unforgiven. Kevin Owens pop up. No! Pop up powerbomb. Turned around into a drop kick. RVD now with the Van Daminator. Now RVD with a senton. Front flip senton there on a Kevin Owens, transitioning into the cover. Just a near fall though. Who will move on to the hardcore title triple threat at CDW Unforgiven. We will have to see. Obviously within next week there will be 2 more qualifying matches. But first we have to see who will win between Kevin Owens and the debuting Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam now running the ropes, has Kevin Owens set in his sights where he wants him. RVD now running it. Oh my God! Super kick, and RVD is caught up in the ropes. That was a one-of-a-kind super kick to the one-of-a-kind Rob. No. Don't do it, Kevin. Kevin, no! Kevin, no! Apron bomb! Oh my God. Rob Van Dam might have a broken back after that apron powerbomb from the prize fighter Kevin Owens. Oh my God. What a move. And now you can never superplex Kevin Owens. That's a hidden rule in professional wrestling. As Kevin now has him hooked. Fisherman suplex. Oh my God. These two are down. as Kevin transitions into the cover. And a near fall for RVD. What a match between these two competitors here tonight. What a spectacle we are witnessing. As Kevin Owens can't believe that RVD kicked out of that. He must stay focused. RVD now on the top rope. Kevin Owens is where he wants him. Going for the 5-star front first. No, knees up. Kevin got the knees up. Back to his feet. Kick to the midsection. Stunner! RVD sent flying. Turn to the cover. And that's it. Kevin Owens is going on a CDW Unforgiven in the Hardcore title triple threat to crown the first ever CDW Hardcore champion. The ref checking on RVD. The real question is for Kevin Owens, who will join him in that triple threat? We will find out next week with 2 more qualifying matches yet to come next week. As Kevin Owens celebrating in the ring. What a match these two just put on. What a match. But don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The show is still going. We will be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere. Penta, Kurt, you know the rules. Face to face, and if there's any altercations, they will both be fined and suspended indefinitely. Listen, William, I think we know the rules. Plus, I wouldn't want to get in an altercation and hurt Penta's little boo-boo that I gave him a few weeks prior. Listen, Penta, I know that you're injured, and I know you haven't told anybody yet. But you know that injury came from me. And you want to know why that injury came from me? It's because, listen, Kurt, I already know what you're going to say. And look, I know that you injured my ankle, and I know the people at home can't see it, but I do have a boot on right now. And yes, I'm out of action before I could even have my first match. But listen, Kurt, when I return from this injury, when I am medically cleared to compete again, you are first on my hit list. I hope you know. I hope you know I'm coming for you. I hope you know your life won't be the same after you mess with the Penta. You're darn right I gave you that injury. You want to know why I ruined your debut, and you want to know why I interrupted you backstage? Because seeing new faces like you try to take the spotlight from hard workers like me disgusts me. It makes me feel like all my work is put to nothing for people like you who just jump over the top rope and call themselves athletic. You are a disgrace to the professional wrestling industry. You are a disgrace to Lucha Libre. You are a disgrace to CDW. You hide under that mask like the little man that you are. Penta, you have no credibility whatsoever here in this company. You don't belong here. The only reason you have a contract is because you somehow have some fans back in your home country in Mexico. You don't even belong. Listen to me. You don't get to talk what you gonna do about it? Do something about it. Get your little ankle up and do something about it. You don't get to talk to me like stand up. I dare you to stand up. Whoa, take that thing off and do something about it. Hey, get off me, huh? I'm talking about my phone. Chill out. Penta, back to get in there with the wrong person. Hey, do something about it. Coming for you, huh? You don't talk crap. Do something. What kind of a threat? I like you try me. With me, I'm gonna come go metal like this. I want to go metal with a broken, freaking neck. Interviews over. Cut this out. You couldn't even do it at a normal way. You couldn't even do it. You broke my ankle. Some very harsh words exchanged from Penta and Kurt Angle there. Some new bitter rivals here in CDW. And unfortunately, I was hoping that Penta would challenge Kurt to a match at CDW Unforgiven. But of course, he is not medically cleared to compete by the time that pay-per-view rolls around. So I'm assuming that when he gets cleared, they will eventually face. But in the meantime, we are set to witness our Intercontinental Champion, Obafemi, defend his title in the Weekly Open Challenge. As here comes the ruler. Undefeated in CDW. This is like his 6th open challenge he's had. The most defenses of any champion in CDW history. Obafemi. You want to talk about people going on a rampage? This man has been unstoppable. This man has what he needs to be a star. And there is the ruler, the conqueror, the next big thing. Obafemi. The crowd loves him. I love him. Who doesn't love Obafemi? Marching down to the ring. And that is a star. The CDW Intercontinental Champion, Obafemi, ladies and gentlemen. Who will answer his challenge tonight? Of course, last week it was Brody King. What a match those two behemoths had. As well, of course, Obafemi came out standing tall. Hopefully we don't have to wait very... You're kidding me. The return of the Grayson Waller effect. I don't even want to witness this. I don't even want to see this right now. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, A-Town down under. Last time we saw them, MCMG beat them. As Grayson Waller looks like he's regretting his decision. Ducks the clothesline, immediately scurries out of the ring like a scumbag. And now what's Theory doing? Distracting Femi. As now Waller, he has his eyes locked. Maybe looking for that Rolling Thunder Stunner. Rolling Thunder gets caught. Oh my god. Waller, you're dead. Oh my god. Belly to back suplex. And the ruler is already on a roll. Theory doesn't know what to do for his partner. It's every man for himself right tonight. Obafemi awaiting Waller to turn around. I wouldn't do it if you want a chance of winning, Waller. Pop up. Fall from grace. That's all she wrote. And still the CDW Intercontinental Champion, Obafemi. I guess you have to respect that Grayson Waller even stood up to Femi, but still. And Femi sitting back and soaking in another victory for him in his CDW career. Waller's out of it. Bad mistake, bad choice by A-Town down under. And we'll have to see who enters the Obafemi Open Challenge next week. I'm excited to find out. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from that short break after the domination shown by our CDW Intercontinental Champion, Obafemi. To continue our show here tonight, we're getting ready to welcome the Death Rider, Jon Moxley, as he's calling out an old and current foe inside of Roman Reigns. It's curious to see how this will play out, especially with the announcement of CDW Unforgiven. Of course, last week, both men competed in the 6-man gauntlet to crown the #1 contender. Moxley lost due to Reigns, and Reigns lost due to Kenny Omega. Here comes the Death Rider. Jon Moxley is a certified main eventer in CDW, and he's only had one match so far in his whole career. He's gunning for that world title, but first, he has to stop another obstacle in his path. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. There he is. Big Mox. Fans love him. It's curious to see if Roman Reigns will actually show up here tonight. Look, I ain't out here tonight to be happy-go-fun-loving Jon Moxley. But I want to talk about last week. Last week, a 6-man gauntlet to determine the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And look, I started out the gauntlet, and I knew the risks of doing that when I drew my number. But here's the thing. I still ran through Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And even after they assaulted me, even after they were eliminated, of course, the slimy little snake that Roman Reigns is decides to slide himself into the ring, pass me out. I didn't even tap. I never gave up. He knew that was the only way he could beat me. I was torn down. I was out of it, and he passed me out. And he wants to go around saying on social media that he's the better man and he could have beat me even if I wasn't. Well, then prove it. Because Roman, here's the thing. I'm challenging you to a match at CDW Unforgiven. Me, you, one-on-one. I want to settle this the right way. I want to settle this like we're men. And I know I started this fight, but I'm going to be the same person who finishes it. And now Roman Reigns with the Superman punch. I knew something like this was going to happen. Moxley's used to this by now because this is not the first time Roman Reigns has attacked him by surprise. And now the guillotine lock, and the referees and the GM are trying to break this up. The guillotine, Moxley looks out of it. Somebody got to break this up. Bring out extra security. Moxley's got to be out of it. This is just disgusting. The fans showing how they truly feel about Roman Reigns and the way he acts.
Listen, Mox. At Unforgiven, you want me? Well, it looks like you got me. I accept your challenge. I'll see you there, you little bastard.
And what a statement made by the OTC. It looks like it's going to be Jon Moxley versus Roman Reigns. One-on-one, first time ever at CDW Unforgiven. I can't wait for that, but Moxley looks out of it. Need some medics out here. Moxley looks out of it. As Roman Reigns taking it all in. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gents. The show continues. And now Mello running the ropes. Andrade follows. What are these two looking for? Mello hops down, kick to the back. Andrade's lined up for it. The backwards springboard leg drop. Connects on Andrade. That might do it. Andrade looks dizzy and out of it. Mello transitioning into the cover. And a near fall for the debuting Andrade. What a show these two have already put on. This is, of course, Andrade's debut match here at CW. This is only Carmelo's second. These two have a very bright future here in CW. Andrade now has Carmelo hooked on the apron. German suplex on the apron. That might result in some CTE for you, Mello. And now Andrade, Meteora into the corner. Oh my God. Meteora into the corner takes out Mello. Andrade now looking for the message. He has, Carmelo though rolling through, looking for that suplex cutter. Hoist him up. No, Andrade rolling through, looking for the hammerlock DDT. Hammerlock DDT to the cover. That might do it. And another near fall. What is it going to take to put one of these other men away? They've used all their best shots against each other so far. Andrade can't believe it. Mello kicked out of the hammerlock. Now these two using the ramp to their ability. What are they doing here? Oh my God! Oh my God! Spanish fly off the entrance ramp. These two are insane. They might be dead. Oh my God, the fans can't even believe it. The ref can't even believe it. I can't believe it. What a spectacle we are witnessing with Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade. Oh my God. Now, I don't know how these two are still scrambling to get to their feet. Still look out of it though. Melo has him lined up now. Has Andrade, super kick to the jaw. Rocks Andrade. Melo now hopping on the second row. Wait, cut! Roll up! Roll up! Roll up! That's it! Andrade picks up the win over Carmelo Hayes. A debut win, and Carmelo Hayes is still defeated in CDW. What a match. What a win for Andrade. Andrade now celebrating in his debut win against Carmelo Hayes. The ring IQ on display with that roll-up out of the springboard. And Melo can't believe it. He's pissed. What a match, though. You have to recognize that. The skill these two have to put on a banger like that. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, don't go anywhere because this show is not over yet. But if you haven't already, drop a like. It's Andrade now. Welcome back once again from that short break as we're getting ready to welcome the showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, live to the ring right now. He, of course, competed in that six-man gauntlet, but got screwed out of his spot by Kazuchika Okada. Of course, Okada made his debut backstage, immediately targeting the veteran Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels took it as respect the first time for standing up to him, but he's obviously taken it too far. And Shawn's going to say something about that. Mr. CDW. Heartbreak Kid has a lot of things he wants to get off his mind as he's marching down to that ring.
I'm not gonna waste any more time. Look, last week, the six-man #1 contender gauntlet match for CM Punk's World Heavyweight Championship obviously didn't end how I wanted it to. But with that being said, I still took it to the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. I nearly beat him. But of course, as you saw last week, the reason I got screwed out of being the World Heavyweight Championship #1 contender was because of Kazuchika Okada. And look, I know when he made his debut, he interrupted me backstage, and look, I have to respect it. He stood up to me. I'm a locker room leader, so I can see why he wanted to prove himself against me. And you know what? I respected him for that. Obviously, in the past few weeks, our rivalry has built up a little bit, but what he did last week took it one step farther than what he thinks he should have done. Because now, he's bringing out a side of Shawn Michaels that not even I have seen in a very long time. So Okada, I'm challenging you to a one-on-one match at CDW Unforgiven. It wouldn't be very wise not accepting my challenge. Because if you think it's okay for you to come after me when I'm not ready, you just wait for when it's my turn.
Okada! Show me how to turn around! You gotta turn around! Rainmaker! Sweet Chin Music! Shawn had it scouted. What a counter to the Rainmaker. Okada's out. Shawn realized that these sneak attacks from Okada aren't gonna work on him anymore. That's why you don't mess with a veteran like Shawn Michaels.
I'll take that answer as a yes. So I'll see your at CDW Unforgiven.
And what a statement made by the Heartbreak Kid, as I can't wait to see these two clash at CDW Unforgiven in Okada's debut matchup. And those two will certainly put on a show at the Show of Shows. And per usual, ladies and gentlemen, the show is still to continue. As next up, the Usos versus the Motor City Machine Guns in the tournament. Chris Sabin now has Jay where he wants him. Locked around his waist, going for a German suplex maybe. Jay rolling through. Roll through, super kick to the jaw. Chris Sabin looks out of it. Jey Uso talking some crap to the camera there. Chris Sabin looks out of it as his partner Alex Shelley looks on. Two of the greatest tag teams of all time. Chris Sabin now bouncing off the ropes. Canadian Destroyer. Jey Uso is dead. Jimmy Uso though. Jimmy Uso watching super kick. And body. Oh my god. This match is pure pandemonium here tonight. Jay though crawling into the cover. And a near fall. Chris Sabin saves it for his team. What a near fall. This match already off of the rails here. Chris Sabin and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy now has Alex Shelley. Up on his shoulders, going for the DDT though by Shelley. Tornado DDT. And now running at Jay. Spear! Off the apron goes Jay. And from behind, Jimmy doesn't see it coming. Alex Shelley now has him lined up for it. Oh, Brain Buster! Transitioning into recovery, I might do it. The signature Brain Buster. No, not enough. Near fall, Alex Shelley's signature Brain Buster, nearly ending it for the Usos there. Not quite enough though, as Jay looks out of it, ringside. Alex Shelley awaiting Jimmy Uso to stand back to his feet. Chris Sabin now on the top rope. Jay though has it scouted. Jay super kick. Chris Sabin's knocked out cold. And now Jimmy maybe going for a backward super kick on Shelley. And now, oh no! He just hit the ref. The ref is out. And this can't mean anything good. As the what? He wants the Texas champion. They won back. Jimmy turn around. Super kick. Double on Jimmy. And of course, big enemies of the Bloodline, the Bullet Club. They don't want the Usos to come anywhere near their tag team championships. And that double super kick on Jimmy might have cost him the match because they're setting it up for Skull and Bones. Connects on Jay till the cover revs back up. And that's it. The Motor City Machine Guns are moving on to the finals with the NFTs, the Gorillas of Destiny. Thanks to the Young Bucks. Can't wait to find out who will win next week in the finals and then move on the next week to face the Young Bucks at CDW Unforgiven for the Nitro Tag Team Championships. What a win for MCMG tonight. Motor City Machine Guns. The ref checking on the unconscious Jey Uso. Jimmy still hasn't moved. All thanks to the Young Bucks. That's what happens when the Bloodline sticks their nose in business they don't belong in. The Bullet Club handle it themselves. What a match, ladies and gents. What a match. MCMG undefeated here in CDW, 2-0. Will that streak continue? We'll have to find that out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from that short break. And to top us off here tonight with a star-studded show, we are about to witness the CDW World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk, walk out live to this very ring and call out his number one contender, the man he is facing in the main event of CDW Unforgiven, Kenny Omega, the cleaner, the leader of the Bullet Club. The match will sure be a banger, as here comes Pepsi Phil. The best in the world. The Second City Saint. The voice of the voiceless. The nicknames can go on and on. It's not just nicknames. This man backs it up in the ring as well. As there's the World Heavyweight Champion. The fans are in love. Perhaps the greatest CDW superstar of all time. Never been defeated in CDW competition. CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen. The Bullet Club. Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, Matt, and Nick Jackson. Listen, last week, that gauntlet match determined my challenger at CDW Unforgiven. Great match. All 6 men put their life on the line out there. They put everything out in this ring. And I have to respect each and every one of them for it, even though I hate half of them in there. But look, here's the thing. The way that Kenny Omega won that match doesn't sit right with me. Obviously, the great debut of Hangman Adam Page. Everyone wants to know what Hangman is willing to do here in this company. But here's my thing. Kenny, I know that you had to cheat your way into this match. And here's the thing about that. At CDW Unforgiven, and oh boy, here comes his challenger. And I'm sure he's not alone. The leader of the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega, the man who won the 6-man gauntlet last week to crown himself as the number 1 contender. He beat Roman Reigns in the finals due to the debut of Hangman Adam Page here in CDW. The Bullet Club looks stronger than ever with the addition of Hangman. Kenny Omega could possibly be the second ever CW World Heavyweight Champion. We'll have to find out. But meanwhile, there is the BC. Adam Page coming back out here tonight, same with the Young Bucks. They've already appeared tonight once. The fans don't like that. Punk, hold your horses out here, man. The way I won that gauntlet last week was completely and utterly impressive. I ran right through your last challenger that you almost lost to. That should say enough about me. But here's the thing. You want to go ahead and talk about my boys and Hangman and the Bucks? Look, at least I have friends. Phil. I can't remember the last time someone trusted CM Punk. And there's a reason for that. You are not a worthy champion. You don't deserve all the love and respect you get in front of these audiences. They don't know what true athleticism is until they see a specimen like me, Kenny the Cleaner Omega. And I'm going to show you exactly why I'm an athletic specimen at CW Unforgiven. But Punk, don't ever talk about me or my boys like that ever again. You already know what you got coming for you, Phil. And I'm gonna... Kenny, whoa. You're telling me to hold my horses. Listen to yourself. You have clearly lost your mind. If you think that you're one step ahead of me, throughout all my trials and errors in my career, I have been wrestling since you were in diapers, Kenny. I don't think you understand. What did I say about disrespecting me and the boys? You don't ever interrupt me when I'm talking to you. Phil, I'm not here tonight to mess around, and you know that from experience. I'm gonna take that title from you at CDW Unforgiven. So I'd be wise and not only watch your words, but enjoy the last few graceful moments you have with that championship, because it's coming around my waist within the next 2 weeks, Phil. And here's the thing about that. I don't care if you're not down with it. There's another thing that you just said that is completely false. You are not taking this championship away from me. I'm the first and only ever CDW World Heavyweight Champion, and it will stay that way for as long as I'm wrestling. And Kenny, I don't care if I'm interrupting you, because I'm gonna... And oh my god, a vicious V-trigger. Looks like it made CM Punk get a concussion. CM Punk is out cold. What a war of words between these two. Oh my god. CM Punk might be out. Phil, I hope you enjoy your last 2 weeks as CW World Heavyweight Champion, because at CW Unforgiven, we will crown a new one. I'll see you next week at the contract signing, Phil. And not only what a statement made by what could possibly be the second ever CW World Heavyweight Champion, but what a V-trigger delivered on the champion as CM Punk still looks out of it. And of course, next week they have their contract signing for the CW Unforgiven main event for the World Heavyweight Championship next week, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to tune in for that and drop a like on this one if you haven't already. But as of right now, the Bullet Club are on top of CW and on top of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, per usual, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to tune in not only next week, but the CW Unforgiven. What a show here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. CDW out.